Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. The war between Russia and Ukraine has been going on for almost 3 years. The death and destruction have been the worst since World War II, but through it all, Russia and Ukraine have continued with a business deal that has benefited both sides. The arrangement began in 2019 and allowed natural gas from Russia to flow to Europe through miles of pipeline in Ukraine. At that time, Russia supplied almost 45% of Europe's natural gas. As the war has progressed, Europe's reliance on that natural gas has reduced to about 15%. Ukraine has decided unilaterally to end the deal as money earned by Russia is going to support its war on the country. Russia stands to lose about $6.5 billion per year, while Ukraine will lose about $1 billion per year. The deal expired at the end of 2024, and Ukraine chose not to renew it. Why does President-elect Donald Trump want to buy Greenland? The population is tiny, with only 58,000 people, and the climate is harsh, being so close to the Arctic Circle. Technically, it is part of North America, sitting off the northeast corner of Canada, but it is partially under the control of Denmark and identifies more as European. At more than 3 times the size of Texas, Greenland's ample deposits in rare minerals, oil, and gas, as well as commanding position next to crucial trade and military arteries, have made it a very important topic among the US, China, and Russia. Russia reopened dozens of Soviet military bases in the Arctic as tensions with the West worsened over the invasion of Ukraine. China has pursued expanding shipping routes through the region's melting ice and is exploiting Greenland's natural resources. "We need it for national security," Trump said Tuesday. The U.S. military already has a presence on the island with its northernmost base, the Pituffik Space Base, formerly known as Thule Air Base. It includes a radar station that is part of the U.S.'s ballistic missile early warning system. Greenland belongs to the people of Greenland, the island's prime minister wrote in a social media post Tuesday. "Our future and fight for independence is our business." If you filed your taxes through H&R Block last year, you could be receiving some money back. The Federal Trade Commission is fining H&R Block $7 million for deceptive marketing and deleting user data. The tax preparation company marketed their online filing service as free, but many customers were not eligible for the free products and services. H&R Block must now market their service as free for a small percentage of customers, or say that a majority of customers will not qualify. They will also be barred from deleting any user data that will make user filing easier. The FTC will use the $7 million to compensate customers harmed by the company's unlawful practices. Nearly a quarter of freshwater species are threatened with extinction, according to new research published by the science journal Nature. The study is the first to analyze global risk to freshwater animals and examined 23,500 species such as dragonflies, fish, and crabs. The research found that 24% are at risk due to pollution, dams, water extraction, agriculture, invasive species, and climate change. Freshwater habitats, rivers, lakes, wetlands, and streams cover less than 1% of Earth's surface but support 10% of its animal species. Co-author Patricia Charvet highlighted threats to the Amazon River from deforestation, wildfires, and illegal gold mining. Researchers emphasize the fragility of freshwater ecosystems, where a single event like an oil spill can devastate an entire species. U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy issued a new advisory last Friday warning Americans that alcohol consumption increases cancer risks and called for updated health warning labels on alcoholic beverages. Murthy emphasized that alcohol is a preventable cause of cancer, linked to approximately 100,000 cases and 20,000 deaths annually in the U.S., surpassing the 13,500 alcohol-related traffic fatalities each year. The advisory highlighted the well-established link between alcohol and at least 7 cancers, including breast, liver, and throat cancer, with risks increasing even at low levels of consumption. The warning challenges long-held beliefs about alcohol's health benefits, such as red wine's perceived advantages. A recent Gallup poll found nearly half of Americans now view daily drinking as harmful, the highest percentage in 23 years. The Surgeon General urged awareness of these risks and adherence to guideline limits for alcohol consumption. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Do you know that electrical failures are the third leading cause of home fires? Cords and plugs led in this category, while extension cords dominated this category. To avoid these fires, plug heat-generated appliances directly into an outlet. Do not use power strips or extension cords on these appliances. Power strips are designed for use with electronics only. Do not put electrical cords underneath rugs or pinch behind furniture. Do not overload outlets. Charge laptops and phones on hard surfaces only. Finally, if an electrical device is not working as designed, it is time to repair it or replace it. Be conscious of your home environment and be safe, and thank you for doing so.
Welcome back. On Monday, January 13th, the Braintree School Committee will be holding a live meeting at Town Hall to kick off interviews for the school's superintendent search. Residents, students, and all interested can attend the meeting at 6:30 p.m. in the Cahill Auditorium. BCAM TV will be televising the event on our government channels, Comcast Channel 6 and Verizon Channel 28, or watch it on youtube.com/BCAMTV. It will also be available on our high-definition channels, Verizon Channel 2128 and Comcast Channel 1073. Department store Nordstrom announced the closure of its locations in Peabody's North Shore Mall and Braintree's South Shore Plaza in the coming months. The Peabody store will close at the end of January, followed by the Braintree store on March 8th. In a statement, the retailer explained the decision to focus on leveraging surrounding stores and digital channels, acknowledging the challenges such closures pose for employees. Nordstrom emphasized its commitment to supporting affected team members, including assisting those seeking new roles within the company. According to Simon officials, a multifaceted Dick's Sporting Goods will open in its place. The TGI Fridays in Braintree permanently closed its doors on Monday, leaving only 5 locations remaining in Massachusetts. Located across from South Shore Plaza, the closure is part of a broader downsizing by the chain's parent company, Tri-Artisan Capital Advisors, which announced in January 2024 that 36 of its 270 restaurants would close. TGI Fridays, founded in New York City in 1965, has faced significant challenges, including filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in November, which triggered a second wave of 50 closures nationwide. Following recent closures in states like New Jersey, Texas, and New York, only 163 U.S. locations remained before the Braintree closure. Remaining locations in Massachusetts include Boston, Everett, Methuen, Millbury, and Stoughton. The Braintree Senior Center has an exciting lineup of activities this January, including weekly free movie screenings every Friday at 1 p.m. and Learn to Play pool sessions with Kathy open to men and women every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Special one-time events include a presentation on celiac disease on January 13th at 1 p.m. A benefits specialist will be available by appointment on January 14th, and on January 16th, the center will be hosting the Happiness at Any Age seminar and lunch. For more information, call the center at 781-848-1963. The town of Braintree has announced that Christmas tree collection will continue to take place until January 13th. Residents are advised to leave their trees curbside for pickup on their regular trash collection day. For more information, visit the town's website at braintreema.gov. The third annual Lunar New Year Festival is coming to Braintree High School on January 19th to celebrate the Year of the Snake, with a vibrant display of cultural traditions and community activities. Organized by the Chinese American Association of Braintree and the Braintree High School Asian Student Association, the festival will feature an expanded indoor market with local vendors and a variety of Asian cuisines. A highlight of the event is the Lion Dance Eye Dotting ceremony, set to begin at 12:30 p.m., offering a captivating and symbolic performance. This event invites community members to join in the lively celebration of Asian culture to bring in the Lunar New Year. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with an update from Thayer Public Library. Welcome! Joining me today in the BCAM TV studio is Lori Kavanaugh, Assistant Director at Thayer Public Library. I know the library has a lot going on, so I'll let you take it away.
Well, it may be winter, but there's always something going on at Thayer Public Library. I'm here to share some library news and tell you about some of our upcoming events. Starting this month, the library has a new Museum Pass reservation system. The Friends of Thayer Public Library sponsor the Museum Pass program, allowing us to offer discount admission to 10 area museums such as the Children's Museum, the Museum of Science, the Isabella Stewart Gardner, and the Museum of Fine Arts, as well as other attractions such as the New England Aquarium, Zoo New England, Historic New England, and the Mass Parks Pass for free parking. Visit thayerpubliclibrary.libcal.com/passes to reserve a discount museum pass online or call our reference desk for assistance. For those who prefer to stay home during the winter months, the library presents Author Hour in Massachusetts, a series of virtual author talks featuring some of the publishing industry's top trending writers, in partnership with the Tewksbury Public Library. The webinars will all be held from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Zoom. Please visit our event calendar at thayerpubliclibrary.libcal.com and search for Author Hour to see the complete list. Registration is required in order to receive the Zoom link. Register through the event calendar on our website, in person at the reference desk, or over the phone at 781-848-0405, extension 4417. And please spread the word that starting on January 25th, our English Conversation Circle will meet weekly on Saturday afternoon from 3 to 4 p.m. instead of on Thursday morning. For families, the Children's Department always has a lot going on. Highlights in January include Saturday Story Time with Miss Elizabeth on January 18th at 10 a.m., Get Wild About Bats with the Kids Explore Nature for ages 5 to 12, after school 4 to 5 p.m. on Thursday, January 23rd, and the Community Volunteer Story Time and Craft with local picture book author Jessie Pilch Loeb, reading from her book, What's Going On with Papa Bear. That's after school on Tuesday, January 28th at 4 p.m. And please save the date of Saturday, February 1st for the library's family celebration of Lunar New Year, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. For information about all the events at the library, visit thayerpubliclibrary.org/events. Pick up a print calendar at the library or call the library at 781-848-0405 or email our reference desk at braintreema.gov.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. Wind farms off the coast of Massachusetts are driving whales crazy, causing an uptick in deaths involving the marine mammals, according to President-elect Donald Trump, who commented on the Bay State's wind farms and whale deaths as he delivered wide-ranging remarks on his agenda and presidential transition on Tuesday. During his speech in Florida, he said, quote, "They are dangerous. You see what's happening up in the Massachusetts area with the whales, where they had 2 whales wash ashore in, I think, a 17-year period. Now they had 14 this season. The windmills are driving the whales crazy," end quote. Whales have recently been found washed up on Massachusetts beaches in Plymouth, Marshfield, Brewster, and Hull. Trump's remarks came after the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration reported elevated levels of unusual deaths involving mostly humpback whales along the Atlantic coast in 2024. Despite the increased number of deaths, NOAA attributes many of the whale fatalities to boating accidents and entanglements with fishing line nets. Trump repeatedly said during his campaign that the United States needs to reduce the number of wind farms. A former Quincy official was indicted in federal court Wednesday on charges of embezzling public funds, according to the U.S. District Attorney for Massachusetts, Joshua Levy. 60-year-old Thomas F. Clasby, Jr. was charged with embezzlement, mail and wire fraud, and interstate transportation of stolen property, according to the indictment. Clasby was the director of Quincy's Department of Elder Services between approximately 1999 and April 2024. Beginning in 2019, Clasby allegedly used the city's purchasing process to pay personal expenses and generate cash for himself. For example, Clasby allegedly arranged for the city to pay $8,950 to a music studio to produce recordings of Clasby singing songs, $2,236 to food service vendors for 153 pounds of bourbon steak tips, and $4,800 for a Toyota Prius, all of which were personal expenses. The indictment further alleges that Clasby orchestrated a scheme to defraud the city by funneling over $38,000 to a New York consulting company owned by a friend, which provided no goods or services to any city department. According to prosecutors, Clasby's friend cashed the city-issued checks and delivered the money back to Clasby. Additionally, the indictment claims that starting in June 2021, Clasby stole the majority of cash receipts generated by Elder Services at the Kennedy Center in Quincy. The Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court ruled Wednesday that the controversial MBTA Communities Law, which requires cities and towns served by MBTA transit to allow more multifamily housing, is constitutional. However, the court found that the housing guidelines issued under the law are legally ineffective because a state agency failed to follow proper rulemaking procedures. The law faced resistance in Milton, where voters rejected the mandated zoning changes, prompting Attorney General Andrea Campbell to sue the town. As a result, the state withheld grant funding for local projects, including seawall improvements and a new dock. Chief Justice Kimberly Budd affirmed the law is constitutional and the Attorney General's enforcement authority, but highlighted procedural flaws in the implementation of its guidelines. In a follow-up to a story we brought to you earlier this week, the driver of a truck that overturned on Hancock Street in Quincy last week has been confirmed dead, police said. Authorities revealed that the man, whose identity remains undisclosed, suffered a medical emergency prior to the crash, which they believe was the cause of his death rather than the accident itself. He was pronounced dead at Boston Medical Center. A passenger in the vehicle, who managed to escape on their own, was treated at South Shore Hospital for minor injuries. Massachusetts saw more people leaving the state than moving in during 2024, ranking 5th on United Van Line's list of most moved from states, up from 7th last year. The survey found 58% of moves in Massachusetts were outbound, with reasons including job opportunities, family needs, and retirement. Notably, 34% of those leaving were 65 or older, while 19% were under 34. The New Bedford Fall River area stood out as one of the country's most moved from metro areas, with 67% of outbound moves. While affordability is often a factor, only 4% cited costs as their primary reason for leaving. Nationally, West Virginia led in inbound moves, followed by Delaware, South Carolina, Washington, D.C., and North Carolina. Vermont had the highest percentage of inbound moves, but was excluded from rankings due to insufficient sample size. California, Massachusetts, New York, Illinois, and New Jersey were the top outbound states over the past 5 years. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree Today. This week in entertainment, we have 3 movie recommendations for you to watch. First, Mufasa, the Lion King, follows the lost and alone orphan cub Mufasa, who meets a sympathetic lion named Taka, the heir to a royal bloodline. The chance meeting sets in motion an expansive journey of an extraordinary group of misfits searching for their destinies. The film stars Aaron Pierre as the voice of Mufasa. You can watch Mufasa the Lion King now in theaters. Up next, A Complete Unknown follows 19-year-old Bob Dylan, who arrives in New York City with his guitar and a revolutionary talent destined to change the course of American music. Forming his most intimate relationships during his rise to fame, he grows restless with the folk movement, making a controversial choice that reverberates worldwide. The film stars Timothée Chalamet and Elle Fanning. You can watch A Complete Unknown now in theaters. Last, Baby Girl follows a high-powered CEO who puts her career and family on the line when she begins having a torrid affair with her much younger intern. The film stars Nicole Kidman and Harris Dickinson. You can watch Baby Girl now in theaters. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. You can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.